Go Nintendo podcast, Webisode 536, the Palpitoad podcast. Palpitoad is a dual-type water/ground Pokemon. It evolves from Timpole. Palpitoad is an amphibious bipedal Pokemon with an ovoid body. It is mostly blue with a tan oval marking lined. God damn it. With a tan oval marking, lined with black stretching from the bottom of its belly to its forehead. Its black eyes are round. Its upper lip is round as well, and curves down sharply at the corners. Inside its mouth is a long, sticky tongue used to immobilize and capture prey. Its feet are small, with 3 toes each, and its tail is oval and light. 3 large half spheres encircle its head, each one light blue with a black base. There are 4 round, light blue bumps starting on either side of its lower body and stretching across its back. The bumps on its head can be vibrated to create either waves or earthquakes. Of course, it's natural. It's number 536. It's a water ground Pokemon. And that's that. Hi, everybody. It's me, RMC. Just me doing the show today. As I said on the site, if you missed it, I have a family obligation tomorrow. It is my grandmother's 90th birthday, and I think I would be a terrible person if I didn't go to that. And I also would be a terrible person if I didn't do the podcast. So I'm doing the podcast, and I'm going to the birthday party tomorrow. So I hope this Friday show finds you well. It's just me, because Mom Brain's out doing, her regular Friday stuff. Everybody else is working. So you're stuck with just me today. But thank you to those of you who are watching live, and thank you to those of you who have joined in the IRC, including Ice Cedar, Hey Duda 32, Party Bob UK, Vash, and whoever else I can't see in there. Lots of idlers right now, but I won't bother you. You idle away. So here's the deal. It's been a rough day. I have some stuff to talk about, and part of it is Go Nintendo related, and part of it isn't Go Nintendo related, but I'll do the not Go Nintendo related stuff first. So I have not gone to bed yet from the day before. There's been no bedtime. I just wasn't tired. I could not fall asleep. I'll be like, oh, I should lay down and get some rest. Even when I'm, not tired, but I just couldn't do it. Wasn't tired at all. So I was like, I'll get up, and I don't get a chance to watch the morning game shows, which I love to do. So I watched some Let's Make a Deal and some Price is Right. And I was like, all right, time to get myself in gear. Get over to the site. So I was sitting in my recliner, which is the one that I play video games in all the time. And it is from Mom Brain's grandfather, and she loves it dearly. So I'm sitting in a chair, and I'm getting ready to get up, and I hear like a bong, and then like metal noises, and I'm like, oh dear. I feel the chair like sink. And I'm like, well, this is not good. And I look, and the part of the metal that connected the footrest had like just broken off. I mean, it's a 1,000,000-year-old chair. So, it's not a big surprise, but Mom Brain loves that chair. So it took me like an hour and a half to like take things apart and look at it and see what the problem was and figure out that it couldn't be fixed, which was sad. But it is what it is. I fixed it the best I could. You can sit in it, just can't use the footrest. I was like, oh man, Mom Brain's gonna kill me, because she really, really likes that chair. But I'm an honest guy. I believe honesty is the best policy. As much as I didn't want to tell her, I knew it was the right thing to do, so I told her. And all that's taken care of. And honesty is something that paves the way for what happened for the rest of the day, or the day so far. And this part is GoNintendo related. So when I start around on GoNintendo, I go through and I see what the previous person has posted. That could either be Yoshi or Brian or Nintendo, and today it's Nintendo. So I go through and see what they've posted to make sure I don't post duplicates. And also to make sure they haven't posted duplicates. It happens, if you're searching on the site for a specific story, I might use wording in the title that you wouldn't use. So, sometimes some stories slip through the cracks or some duplicates. I do it. Like I said, it's not just the other guys. It's me. I do it all the time. I'm probably one of the worst offenders. So I was going through today, and I saw that Dan had posted the story about Nicholas saying that The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth might not come to Wii U or new 3DS because in its current state, it's not running as well as they would like it to. And I caught that story last night. I follow Tyrone Rodriguez on Twitter. I saw something mentioned on it on a message board, so I went and checked it out. And I was like, oh, that's important to post. So I posted it. That was that. So then I'm going through today, and I see that Dan posted it. I was like, oh, that's a duplicate. So I went in, and I have two little buttons. One deletes the story, one deletes the tweet. So I clicked the delete tweet because he tweeted it out on the GoNintendo Twitter, and I deleted the story. The story was yanked because it was a duplicate, and the tweet was yanked because I tweeted it there the day before. So, that was that. I was going through my normal stuff, didn't think anything of it. I don't know, 15 minutes later, I hop over to Twitter. Hey, Duda. Just send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. Don't worry about format or any of that stuff. Like, a YouTube link is fine, an MP3 is fine. I'd say even a wave is fine. But just send it to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. And thank you. So I hop over to Twitter, and my Twitter replies and mentions and all that are going nuts. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I click in there, and everybody's talking about, like, GoNintendo and Nicholas collusion and, like, another example of bad journalism and shady business, shady goings on. And I'm like, I don't even know what this is about. So I'm not going to name names of people that were accusing us of doing anything, because I don't want this to be a witch hunt, because I was part of a witch hunt earlier today. So I'm not naming names of people that were involved in furthering this rumor. But the wonderful Emily Rogers had sent out a tweet to her followers about the Nicholas news. And she linked to the story that Nintendo had posted. So obviously that link that she included in her tweet didn't work anymore. And she apologized and linked to another outlet. I believe it was Nintendo Life that had shared the story as well. So she apologized to the people, saying, I don't know what happened. The link is dead. So someone went and clicked the original link from GoNintendo that she had posted. And, the post is deleted. It says something like there's nothing to see here or something like that. Just the post is gone. Doesn't exist anymore. And some people, well, I guess one person in particular, and then other people follow along. This person was like, oh, what's going on here? This is shady business going on. And they sent out a tweet saying, like, GoNintendo removed a tweet, or GoNintendo removed a post at Nicholas's request because the post painted Nicholas in a negative light. So there's collusion going on, and obviously, why would we yank that post? Because Nicholas is the sponsor of GoNintendo for a year. So because they're giving us money, they're like, hey, we don't want anything bad said about us. We're giving you that scratch. You yank that post. And I go, yes, of course. Right away, sir. And that's what was tweeted out. And I hope you know me well enough to know that that is 100% true. Or no, it's 100% false. Here's the one part that really irks me. Somebody put together this idea, and I don't know if they were so eager to stir up trouble or so eager to break like news on a shady business deal or something like that, that they just tweeted it out. Never bother to get in touch with me. I'm on Twitter all day. I have my email that I'm in all day. You can message me on the site. I'm literally there all day. Never reached out to me, not even once. Not a tweet. I mean, they included me in their tweet, of course, but nothing to be like, hey, could you explain what happened here? Hey, could you tell us why this disappeared? It was just like automatically assumed. He deleted the tweet because Nicholas, or he deleted the post because Nicholas said, yank it. It makes us look bad, and we're sponsoring you, so get your shovel straight. Why not? Why not get in touch with me? I don't understand it. So here's what really happened. Nothing. Nothing at all happened. I deleted the post because it was a duplicate post. I had posted the same story yesterday. It's still there. You can even go on. You can go on my Twitter timeline or the site and see what time I posted it. It's there. When I originally announced this Nicholas deal, I said, this is not going to impact our coverage at all. The only thing we won't be, well, it will impact it in one way. Even though I believe I am capable 100% of posting fair reviews for games and not reviewing them in a certain way because I'm getting money from someone. Wanted to eliminate that whole issue anyway and just say I am not reviewing or previewing any Nicholas games for the entire year, so there's no little bit of worry from anyone saying like, oh, he gave this or he said these positive things about it because Nicholas is a sponsor. Of course he will. So that would never be the case. But we did away with that just to avoid any situations like that. So all that happened today was I deleted a post because we had a duplicate. I had posted the same information earlier. And the link went dead. That's it. That's all there is to it. There's nothing crazy going on. The one thing I have above all else when it comes to GoNintendo is my ethics, my core values, my core beliefs. I tell you guys, I am 100% honest with you all the time. I do not review games favorably because of support I get from publishers or developers. I don't. You guys know I've had publishers stop working with me because I didn't give their games favorable reviews because they were like, we gave you our game, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I found it to be a poor quality game, but that was my experience. So anyway, that whole insanity's happened, and I'm like, God damn it, I cannot believe this is going on. Like so quick to jump the gun and make somebody look bad. It really bothers me. Would have taken a single email and I would have got back to it right away. But they didn't even try. So I had to go through and tweet to everybody that was involved with that and show them the explanation as to what happened, and that I already had a post on the site that had the information that was discussed. Went through and everybody, pretty much, I'd say 99% of everyone that was tweeting about it saw what happened, and they were like, oh, yeah, okay, I understand. I would also say a good 90% of people that were tweeting about it were saying, this doesn't make sense. We know RMC wouldn't do something like this. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, you can have 100 people saying something good, but the one guy that's saying something bad, that's the thing that's going to snowball, and others are going to retweet and catch onto that and just take it from there. So I even went so far as to have T27 Duck take the link to the dead story and have it redirect to the original story I did. So that way any outlet that sourced us in the original story, now their link works again and takes you to the original post that I did, which is the same thing. So we went out of our way to clear up all that nonsense. And the main person that I think started all this, never an apology. Nothing. As a matter of fact, they said something else that still makes it look like we're being shady. I can't tell you how much that aggravates me. I go out of my way to prove that I am who I say I am and that I am honest and genuine and 100% clear and truthful with you guys. But there's always people out there that want to stir the pot. So if you have any questions about any of this, if there's something you need cleared up that you don't understand, if you want to see a more detailed report of what happened, email me. I will be happy to talk to you about it. I apologize to those of you who follow her on Twitter and got caught up in this mess because I did not expect to spend part of my day cleaning up that issue and tweeting out all that kinds of stuff to explain what was going on. It was a big mess. So yeah, it's been one of those days. Just, you know, started out bad. And, you know, it's been rolling that way ever since. But, you know, there are people much worse off than myself, and I'm complaining about little Twitter things, and I'll be completely fine. I just want to apologize to you guys for having to deal with all that nonsense. And no matter who the company, no matter what their support is, no matter what they've done for us or will do for us or any of that, I will be 100% honest with you guys. I will tell you the story. I will not hold back on something because it's a friend or because I have a relationship with a publisher or developer. That is not the case. I'm friends with Tyrone Rodriguez and Nicholas. I've known them for almost as long as I've run GoNintendo. If he said something good, bad, or in between, I will tell you. Same goes for Jules Watcham. Good friends with him. Love Renegade Kid. Good, bad, or in between. You're going to hear it all. Way Forward guys. Friends with them. Love their games. Same. Everybody gets the same treatment. So hopefully you've never come across anything with GoNintendo that made you be like, he must be saying this because he's getting something from these people. It's not the case. I mean, you're going to believe what you want to believe, but hopefully most of you, I've proven over these 10 plus years that that is not the case. All right, that's cleared up. You know, it's actually kind of good that happened today because it's not like it was a busy week. There's really not a lot going on because we had our Nintendo Direct and all that news came out, and now we're just, you know, riding out the end of the year. What do we got? Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon came out today, and we got Xenoblade Chronicles X coming out in December, and that's it. So, you know, we're as far as Nintendo stuff goes, we're pretty much done. We're going to cover whatever news comes out, but it's going to be quiet. The whole game industry goes into the quiet time once the holiday season's over. But we'll give you what we got. This week's European downloads. What did Europe get? They got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. You don't need to know about that because you already know what it is. Typo Man is available. You can get your special Nindies at Home sale price if you downloaded that demo. If not, you'll have to go full price. And that is the game about the little guy made up of letters, and you use letters to make words to solve puzzles. Puzzle platformer. Animal Crossing Wild World, the DS game, has hit the Wii U Virtual Console. So, you know, people are like, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I don't want to play that game. I want Animal Crossing on the Wii U, a real Animal Crossing. Well, now you have it. Now you can play Wild World, the DS game, on your Wii U. The big one that everybody was waiting for, Barbie and her sister's puppy rescue. Join Barbie and her sisters, Skipper, Stacy, and Chelsea, as they solve clues to find and rescue lost puppies in need. Give puppies a checkup with Skipper at the Roberts sisters' puppy rescue. Groom the pups at Chelsea's puppy daycare, or teach them new tricks at the pup camp with Stacy. Nurture and play with the puppies until they can go to their ever homes. Maybe I should reach out to Little Orbit, see if I can get a review copy of that, and then have my parents play it and have them review it. That would be amazing. Ninja Strike Dangerous Dash is available. Totem Topple is also available. Build your totem pole into the sky and stars beyond in a fresh twist on the tower defense genre. Wolves, bear, deer, and more. Stack different totem heads on your tower, each with their own strengths. God, can you tell them overtime? Strengths and weaknesses. Add protective wings and arrow-firing bird beaks to fend off the demon spirits trying to knock your totem pole down. Featuring 2 challenging and unique game modes, carefully craft an impregnable tower in classic mode, or feel the fast-paced arcade-style action of frantic mode. This is just me, but whenever I hear tower defense, I get turned off because I'm not a tower defense type of player. I don't know. They stress me out. Like I wouldn't ever say like, nope, not playing it because it's got tower defense. It's just, not a game type that I'm really into. Same thing with like, it's like the micromanagement. It really stresses me out. I don't have fun. Like Diner Dash. Oh, that game, man. I know a whole bunch of girls that were really into that franchise. And I tried a few of them, and I just didn't have fun. I felt like I never got to rest and enjoy what was going on. It was just like micromanaging everything and running back and forth. I don't know, just not for me. But maybe it's for you. Special offers on a whole bunch of games. 3DS got Barbie and her sister's Puppy Rescue as well. Also got Nintendo Presents New Style Boutique 2, Fashion Forward. If you want to check out some footage of that game, hit up Nintendo's YouTube channel. Or follow him on Twitter at Nintendo. Johnny's Payday Panic. In this action game, you'll earn as much as your skills deserve. The challenge: complete customer orders within the allotted time. It's simple yet fun game. It's a simple yet fun game. The rules are simple. Make and deliver your customers' orders just how they want them. Handle more orders faster to get more cash. Get ready to work under tight, demanding conditions. There's a variety of shops on offer, from ramen to ice cream shops, each with their own unique challenges in store. You can get big shot items by hitting your earning goals at each part-time job. Help Johnny become a big shot by working to the bone to get all important items. There you go. Also available is I Love My Pony, which we've covered before. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2. All Skills Must Go add-on content is available. That is not free. That is paid. And there's also a Nintendo Presents New Style Boutique 2 theme. There's 2 themes for it. So if you want to deck out your 3DS in some New Style Boutique 2 themes, you can grab those. The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes Totem Team theme is available for your 3DS. And then your regular special offers. So it's definitely a sizable week when it comes to European releases. I don't know how much of it is stuff you guys actually want to pick up, but there is a lot to look at. KC44 says, Barbie and her sister's Puppy Rescue. Woo! My most anticipated game of the year. I can't wait so much. Gonna play it all night long. This pleases my Barbie. Wait, female dolls don't have nibbles. This pleases my Ken nibbles. Does Ken have nipples and Barbie doesn't? Somebody look up Ken. It's not something I've ever thought of in my life. Nintendo has won another patent case. They say Nintendo won a patent case in California federal court. The victory marks the second time that Nintendo has prevailed against Technology Properties Limited, Phoenix Digital Solutions, and Patriot Scientific Corporation. This is a patent complaint that goes against the Wii U and 3DS. And Nintendo says, we are very pleased with this decision, which again confirmed that Nintendo's products do not infringe. It also confirms that Nintendo continues to develop unique and innovative products while respecting the intellectual property rights of others. Nintendo will defend its property. Nintendo will defend its products and its innovations, even if it must do so multiple times in different places and over many years. So Nintendo's very adamant. They're like, we didn't do anything wrong, and we don't care how many times we're going to have to go to court over this. We're going and we're winning. So second time for these guys, and they lost again. Internet says, oh, yeah, it's great how forum shopping works. I don't know what that's talking about. Nintendo also had another legal victory this week. They were in court with a retailer that was selling hardware that allowed you to play pirated games, and Nintendo won an injunction against that company. And that does not mean, a lawyer said, he wanted to be very clear, it doesn't mean that Nintendo has stopped devices like the R4 and all that. Doesn't mean like mod chips and all that are illegal now. Just Nintendo had a victory here. So Nintendo would obviously like that day to come. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that's where we're at. Puzzle and Dragons X was announced for 3DS. I guess we're working through the alphabet backwards because we already had Puzzle and Dragons Z, and now we have Puzzle and Dragons X. Not announced for North America yet, obviously. It was just revealed for Japan just this week. So it's coming to the 3DS. It's being worked on by Gung Ho Online again, of course. The game will have over 500 monsters and will feature RPG elements similar to the previous games. And it also has a fully 3D world, whereas the previous games were 2D. This is going to be fully 3D. I don't know if you guys care about that because my understanding is Puzzle and Dragons Z, Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition didn't sell too well here. I don't know if it's a long tail seller or a slow burn or anything like that. I mean, obviously the franchise is huge in Japan. I don't think it's really caught on here, even though Gung Ho is pushing out that commercial like crazy. The commercial focuses on the mobile version of the game, but it also makes mention of the 3DS version towards the end. But yeah, I don't think it's caught on. And Gung Ho spent a lot of money on those ads, those TV ads, because we found this source that breaks down the top 5 publishers when it comes to advertising commercial spend in the United States. It's a breakdown every month. And Gung Ho was in there last month, pretty high up, like number 3 or 4, I think, for just that one commercial. So other companies are spending their marketing dollars on commercials for multiple games. Like Activision and EA were in the top 5. But Gung Ho was in there just for their Puzzle and Dragons commercial. And I've only seen one, so it's been around for a while. But there's only one, but they're still pushing it. We're leading into the holiday season. Not like that really matters when it comes to mobile, but I guess more people will have a mobile device because they get them as gifts for the holiday season, an iPad, an iPhone, any of that stuff, Android. So I don't hear anybody talking about it. I had the game on my phone. I got rid of it just because I don't know. It's not that it wasn't good. It just, I kind of fell out of it. So I got rid of it off my phone for space reasons. But I don't know. Maybe people are playing it. I got no idea. Kerbal says, my problem with Puzzle and Dragons is that Pokemon Shuffle came out first. Obviously, he's talking about here. Yeah, Puzzle and Dragons and Pokemon Shuffle play it a little bit differently, but they're definitely in the same genre. And you probably get your fill of one, and then you don't need to play the others. So maybe it'll take some time. But that's the case. Nintendo talked about Yoshi's Woolly World, some of the designs in the game, why the Pokemon costumes don't have costumes. It's just a Yoshi t-shirt that says Amiibo on it, or a t-shirt on Yoshi that says Amiibo on it. And they talk about some other interesting stuff. This is from Nintendo designer Emi Watanabe and producer Takashi Tezuka. We'll skip the design one. Let's go to the Amiibo. So this is a Game Informer interview, and they ask, for Amiibo characters such as Pokemon, it gives you a Yoshi with a white t-shirt that says Amiibo. Was there any reason why there weren't Yoshis that looked like Pokemon? And Mr. Tezuka says, with the Amiibo designs, we had to think about what characters could be represented authentically to the character in the Yoshi form. And so we couldn't do every single Amiibo. We did some trial and error, and unfortunately, we didn't make these ones and have Yoshi wearing an Amiibo t-shirt instead. I don't know. That seems really odd, right? They got like time for so many other Amiibo, but they're like, a Pokemon Amiibo can't do it. Don't have time for them. That doesn't make sense. Like, Pokemon's huge. I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, Yoshi looks weird enough with plenty of designs in the game. I don't know why they're like, oh, Pokemon would be too weird. I think there was something going on there with Pokemon Company that they're not talking about. But we'll never know. And they also talked about... Game Informer says, now that Kirby and Yoshi have gotten the yarn treatment, I was curious what the thought process was in choosing which Nintendo character gets a yarn game. Mr. Tezuka has a very interesting response. He says, with Yoshi's Woolly World, I think we really pushed the expression of yarn to its limit. So as far as more yarn games go, we really want to try and play with something else. And that's for Yoshi games or other Nintendo characters. And he continues and says, Game Informer asks him, well, like, what are you doing? And he says, you probably saw this coming, but I can't tell you just yet. So it seems that Nintendo has something cooking up, but we don't know what it is. What other aesthetics are there that you could use in a game? I would say clay, but they've kind of done clay already with Kirby and the Rainbow Curse or whatever the hell it's called. What else is there? Woodworking designs. How about macaroni? Yoshi macaroni, Kirby macaroni. I don't know. You guys are smarter than me. You could tell me some ideas. But it definitely seems like they're toying with stuff right now. Adam has the first comment, and he says, biggest bullcrap answer ever for the lack of Pokemon. Last I checked, Olimar doesn't have Pikmin stuck to the back of his head either. That design kind of scares me a little. Yeah, I think it's bold, too. I think there's something going on there that we don't know about. But like I said, I doubt we will ever find out. Because if you're going to... there are two very tight-lipped companies, Pokemon Company and Nintendo. But they're not ones you get to openly talk to and get direct answers from. So, you know, look at what happened to the one guy from Nintendo that went and did that podcast. He got fired, unfortunately. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is available. And if you want to know what we thought of the game, you can check out the wonderful video review that our friend and staffer Yoshiller put together for us. He put a lot of time and effort into capturing footage and writing the video review and shared it with all of us because he thinks you're lovely people. So please do him a favor and check out the video review. You can do it on our top stories. You can get to it through our Go Original Content section, or you can just search Yoshiller on YouTube and find his YouTube channel, and you can watch it there. There's something else I wanted to say about this. God damn it, what was it? I don't know. It's gone. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Like I said, he worked hard on it. So I as a favor to me, I would appreciate you guys checking that out. Oh, God. I just had it again. Like, I just had what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Yoshiller does news on the site. And I realize you guys might not be familiar with what the schedule is because you know, 90% of the time it's me writing the news on the site. But if you're curious as to how it goes, mornings are different. So Nintendo has Monday, Yoshiller has Tuesday, Brian has Wednesday and Thursday, and then Nintendo goes back and does Friday. So those are the mornings. the super early stuff, and then I come back in after that. So now you know. So your Schiller's posts are Tuesday morning. So if you want to see what he's up to, you can find him on GoNintendo then. This week's North American downloads, what did we get? We got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. We also got Typo Man. On the Virtual Console, we got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival. That is the GBA game. 16, it says choose from more than 16 brawlers from the Street Fighter universe. The original 8 World Warriors are back, along with 4 playable boss characters and 4 newcomers. I don't know if they're really newcomers anymore. Execute special moves and super combos to wreak havoc on your opponent. There can only be one Street Fighter champion. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon is available, retail or digital. Sales on some games. Wii U has sales as well. Lots of sales going on. Activities, new photos with Mario characters. Check out the newest members of the Photos with Mario series of Nintendo eShop cards this fall at select retailers. Customers can buy special edition $10 Nintendo eShop cards and get the new Bowser, Koopa Troopa, or Luigi AR cards at no additional cost. We already told you guys about that, but Nintendo wants you to know. There's a Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon theme available, and for a limited time, you can get a free theme when you buy Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. That offer expires by December 6th, so you got some time. There's also a Sega Saturn theme. If you're a Sega fan, you can grab yourself that right now. 3DS got Family Fishing. It also got I Love My Pony. Wii U got Lucentech, Totem Topple, and Zacchaeus' Last Stand demo version. So again, I know some of you guys are disappointed with Nintendo's year-end lineup, but I think, you know, it's all... The Wii U and the 3DS are going to be on their way out. Probably the Wii U more than the 3DS, but they're definitely on their way out. I mean, we got good stuff to look forward to next year. We got, with Wii U anyway. I don't know too much about 3DS. Well, 3DS has Mario & Luigi Paper Jam for North America. Our friends in Europe and Japan already have that, or are getting it before the year ends. So we have that to look forward to. And Wii U has Twilight Princess HD. And they say The Legend of Zelda Wii U. We'll see if that actually happens. And Star Fox Zero, which I'm super excited for. So there's still stuff coming. Popple says, I played the Typo Man demo and thought it was really clever. Might just have to pick up the game now, especially with the 15% discount. Well, there you go. I hope you did get it, and I hope you enjoy it. There we go. This is sad news for Amiibo collectors not in North America. So anywhere in the world except North America. Capcom has confirmed that the Gold Mega Man Amiibo is exclusive to North America. It's going to be in the Mega Man Legacy Collection bundle. We don't know if it's going to be sold separately, but we do know that the bundle right now is going to be the only way to get it, and that's only going to be in North America. In Europe, Mega Man Legacy Collection isn't even getting a retail release. It's just getting an eShop release. So you can't even get a packaged version of just the game alone. You have to go digital. So for the Amiibo completionists in Europe and Japan, you're going to have a real rough time getting your hands on a Gold Mega Man Amiibo. Oh my God, I can only imagine how much those suckers are going to go for on the secondhand market. Man, that's going to be rough. I mean, I love Mega Man. Like, I really love Mega Man, but I would feel bad buying one of them just because I know there are way more serious Amiibo collectors out there, and I don't want to deprive them of what is sure to be a very limited Amiibo. But I mean, we'll keep tabs on the secondhand market and see what happens. I really wasn't into, not into Amiibo, but I had no plans on collecting them. And then I know it's far away. But if you're watching the live stream, that whole top shelf up there is Amiibo now. With the Mega Yarn Yoshi hanging out in the corner, towering above everybody else. I have stuck to getting the Amiibo for characters that, you know, are a little bit special to me. So I don't have all of them by far, obviously, but I do have the ones for characters that I care about. And that Mega Man one's going to hurt, but I feel like it's the right thing not to get it. I feel like I should let someone else have the one that I would have. Because I know it will make a collector very happy. Just hopefully, it's not someone that's going to just turn around and sell it. Jordan says, this pleases my nipples. Well, I hope you get one then. EA, this is not really a surprise. EA has said they don't support the Wii or the Wii U anymore because of market size. This is EA Chief Financial Officer Blake Jorgensen. He says, we don't make games anymore for the Wii or the Wii U because the market is not big enough. Blah, 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 blah. As one of the largest software producers, we have all the manufacturers of equipment coming to us to try to sell us their equipment and giving us development kits to try and build software for it. So we'll build software for various ones, but we really wait and see how big the market is going to be. I don't think you do. I don't think you wait when it comes to the Xbox One or the PS4. I don't think you waited. I don't think you were like, hey, guys, we're going to put out a couple ports. We'll see how these systems go. We'll take it from there. Because, the PS4 is doing wonderful. The Xbox One is leaving a lot to be desired when it's in the sales department. Obviously, it's still doing better than the Wii U. But as far as sales go in general, it's not doing nearly as well as the PS4, yet EA seems to be supporting that platform just fine. I know a lot of people on Twitter were saying, like, well, EA never supported Wii or Wii U. Even when it comes to Wii U, that I know what you mean. They did support the Wii U for a very short while. They didn't totally ignore the system. They did put out games for the Wii U, just not many, and that support died off early on. But I get what you're saying. Now, when it comes to the Wii, I feel completely differently. I feel like EA had a lot of support for the Wii. It may not have been content that you are always interested in. You may have looked at 360 and PS3 games and say, why can't a Wii game, or why can't the Wii get a version of those games? So I understand you saying that, but as far as just like support, not talking about support you want, but support in general, I think they did a very good job. I have a lot. I've seen people talk about this in the past, and I've gone through my collection of Wii games to see how many of them are from EA, and there are a lot. There's a lot in my collection, so I think they did a good job. Later on, obviously, in the lifespan of the Wii, things got a little rough, but that's how it was for all the companies. It's not like in the last year of the Wii, everybody was putting out quality content. So I do get to where you're coming from, and, want to get the pitchforks and torches and join in the argument, but I just can't. I don't feel, especially when it comes to the Wii, I don't feel I don't agree. But you are entitled to your opinion, and I hope your opinion is one that doesn't make you angry or make you yell at other people. You can have your opinion and you can do what you want with it, but let's hope you do nice things with it. Einar 1025 says, hardly surprising. However, it isn't the market for Xbox One. Only about 10. I'm sorry. Hardly surprising. However, isn't the market for Xbox One only about 10 to 15% larger? Well, Einar, you and I have the same thought process. So, EA, you just got called out. I expect a response. Never. Our final top story. See, I told you there wasn't a lot going on this week. Final top story is the latest episode of My Parents Play. We are on episode 31, believe it or not, and we haven't had entries every week since we started. We've missed a few due to family obligations and illness and some other vacation. So it hasn't been every week, but we've gotten 31 episodes. And this week we reached out to you guys on GoNintendo.com and our GoNintendo Twitter account and asked, what do you guys want to see My Parents Play? And you gave all kinds of responses, and I wrote down a whole big list of them because there were quite a number of good ones that I'm definitely going to do. I have to dig the games out of my collection. But I wrote down names of ones that I know that I have, and there's plenty. So I'm going to go collect those. But one of them was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So that is what my parents played. They played it on the Wii U Virtual Console. And, you know, like I was saying, in the last couple of weeks, we've been easy going with them. They've done Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. They've done Octodad, which is like, you know, I know the controls are hard, but it's, you know, goofy, lighthearted game. It's not like you're racing to the finish or fighting off enemies or anything like that. We did Rhythm Heaven Fever, which is more towards, you know, a challenge. But I wanted to get back to, you know, something a little more traditional, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts is definitely in that wheelhouse. So my mom and my dad took that game on and gave it their all. I won't spoil what happens, but you can check the video out on the YouTube channel. We have it as a top story. We have it in the Go Original Content section. We got it on our Twitter, or you just follow our YouTube link. So please check that out if you haven't. And once again, thank you very much for the continued support of the series. I love putting them together. Last night's was one of the ones I laughed at more than almost all the others. Minus Octodad, because Octodad was hysterical. Somebody said something about the Octodad one, and I missed it. My Chronic says the Octodad one was godlike. Thanks, RFC. So funny. Yes, I really enjoyed that one. It stands out. He says you should do more My Parents and I Play, because I played Octodad with them. I play Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival as well. I'll keep that in mind. Pick some more games where we can all play together. Yeah, I'm definitely up for anything. It's just those two games just happen to line up really well with having another player in there, and still not like, you know, overtaking what they're doing. It's not like I was leading and they were following. We all do our own thing. So yeah, check out that video if you haven't. Like I was saying, I really love doing that series. I see my parents every Thursday. They come over here and visit, but it's a good excuse to just, you know, have some laughs and play a game and take it easy and watch my dad get mad, and it's fun. So yes, thank you for those of you who have watched the series so far and spread the word. Greatly appreciated. So there wasn't a Twitter question today because it's a crazy show and because of all the other crap that was going on. So what have I been playing? I've been playing Nintendo Badge Arcade because I love claw machines. I love them. Like, whenever I'm at a boardwalk or an amusement park, I have to play them. Like, I know a lot of the time they're very rigged. I know it, but I don't care. And Mom Brain says I'm still good at them, so she says, I mean, I do win. I'm not going to say I win all the time, but I do win. I don't know. Just something about it. Games of chance. I love games of chance. So I've been playing the Nintendo Badge Arcade. I haven't put any real money into it yet. I've been playing my free practice every day and grabbing as many practice badges as I can, because sometimes those net you free plays on the real machines. So I have a few sets that are almost complete thanks to those free plays, so that's working out well, but I definitely feel the urge to put some real money in there. I'm very close to doing it. I know there's just going to be like some set of badges is going to come along, and I'm going to be like, well, I have to now. I have to get that. But I haven't done it yet. So I played that. What else I know one other thing I'm avoiding saying, but I want to make sure I covered everything else. Oh, I'm still playing Neko Atsume on my phone. That is like the epitome of pick up and play game. I don't even know if you want to call it a game. A cat simulator. Neko Atsume is free. You go in, you see what cats came to visit you, you take pictures of them, they give you stuff, and you can spend real money if you want to, but I don't. And, you know, I might pop in and be in there for like 5 minutes just checking things out, or I might be in there for like 30 seconds, just see like, oh, there's cats here. I have pictures of them all already. Or, oh, the food bowl's empty. I got to leave food for the cats so they come around. Stupid fun. Great thing to just check randomly when you're fidgeting. You know, something to do when you're watching a TV show and the commercials come on. So I've been doing that. I guess No, what did I play? Oh, I guess that's it besides Star Wars Battlefront. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been very eager for Star Wars Battlefront. It's getting good reviews. Definitely not bad reviews. I just know a lot of the reviews mentioned that they felt the game was too arcadey, too much of an arcade feel, I guess, compared to the other Battlefront games or Battlefield games or whatever. I played it. I'm in love with it. I'm having a blast with it. I like almost all the modes that they offer up. I just have a ton of fun playing it. And I'm really focused on objective-based multiplayer games. Like, I'm not into deathmatch and stuff like that. Like, I like objective-based games for multiplayer, and this has a ton of them. There's lots of objectives, like collect these pods, or steal cargo from the other base and bring it back to yours, or one person is the hero, and you have to kill that person to get the hero ability, and then you have to see how many you can take out. Then there's like regular, like Supremacy, where you're trying. It's basically a bigger game of King of the Hill. But I've been playing it. I haven't played it with any of my friends yet. I haven't lined up with any of them online yet, because Lube is a huge Star Wars fan, and he picked it up. And I know he's been playing and I've been playing, but our schedules haven't lined up, so we haven't met online yet. I also have recently added our good friend Austin from Eggbusters fame. I've added him on PSN, and we'll be joining up to play. And as you know, if you watch Eggbusters or his other videos, he's also a very big Star Wars fan. So, yeah, I got no complaints. I think it looks great. I think it plays great. It's fun. Depending on how much time you get, or depending on how much time you have, you can get in and out quickly, just a few matches. But it's one of those games where right now I'm like, man, I can't put it down. I could just keep playing and playing and playing. Plus, you unlock new weapons and new outfits, or whatever you want to call them. And I don't know. I really like it. I'm really, really, really enjoying it. It's right up my alley. And I had such an amazing match this morning. I should have hit the share button to record the video, but I didn't for one particular section. I was playing the one where you have to, it's called cargo or something, I don't know. You have to go to the other base and steal some piece of their cargo and bring it back to your base. And the first to 10 points wins. But but points are give and take. So like if we get a point, you start 5-5. So if our team gets a piece of cargo and brings it back, that means we're 6, they're 4. But if the other team scores, then it means it pushes it back to 5-5. So it's a constant back and forth. So the other, my team sucked. It was a terrible team, but I was not giving up. And the guy had the last piece of cargo he needed to win on the other team. And he was all the way on the other side of the map. And I was like, and I had their cargo in my hands, and everybody can see that. So I was like, man, I gotta stop him. Nobody on my team's doing anything. I gotta do it. So I was just a little bit ahead of him, and I ran to the room where he has to drop off the cargo. And I was like, I have one shot at this. And I was watching his little icon and the radar, and I'm like, I just got to time it, because I was behind a wall and he was behind a door, and I couldn't see or hear the door when it opened. I was like, I just got to time it by the radar and his little icon. So when I thought he was there, I threw it. I threw my grenade, which was an impact grenade. So as soon as it hits anything, it explodes. I threw it, and he walked in, blew him up. I went to go return the box, the cargo, and you have to hold the button for a certain amount of time to make it respawn back at your base. So I'm doing it, and I start getting shot, and I look over, and the guy's just about to kill me, and the box gets sent back to our base, and then I die. I was like, I feel like the world's greatest player now. I wish I could rewatch that moment, and I could have if I was thinking straight, but I was just too excited that I did it. I mean, we lost the game, of course, because it was 9-1 at that point, but that wasn't the point. The point was I was doing what I could to make sure it didn't end there, and I did my part. I ended up number 1 on the team, which, you know, gets me all of nothing, but I can pat myself on the back for it. But yeah, I've been playing that. I really like it. Having a lot of fun. If you guys have PSN, PM me on Yahoo Chat. If you guys have PSN, you can feel free to, well, you can add me. I don't need you to email me. You can add me at Rummy Cowboy if you want to play something on there. And the same goes for Wii U and 3DS. I'm Rummy Cowboy on anything and everything. I've hit my limits for friends on systems, but if you're like super interested in playing a game with me, I'll go through my list and I'll check to see who hasn't been on in like a year plus or whatever the longest amount of time is. And if it's someone I haven't seen in forever, I'll give them a bump. Just because I want to get, you know, if there's people that want to play online with me and there's people that haven't been on it forever, then I feel bad for the people that want to play. There's no way for me to talk about this without sounding like an asshole. Like, oh, people want to play with me. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, I like to play games online. You like to play games online. I would love to play online with you guys, no matter what system or anything. My Chronic, I have played Rocket League. I just haven't played a lot of it. Well, my Chronic, we have the Going Sony website as well, so we could do that game for Going Sony, no problem. Just I would have to do 2 videos a week because I'm not going to skip out on the Nintendo video. It's going to be a Nintendo video every week, but we could randomly do some Sony ones in there too and throw it over there. Well, I guess that's it. We're almost at an hour. It was an interesting show as far as how the day's been going. I hope you enjoyed what you heard or what you're hearing now. If you join live or if you're watching live or if you're listening on Monday or whatever it is. Thank you for watching and listening and hanging out and letting me rant about the rough day I've had. But it's Friday. How bad could things be? I hope you have a great weekend planned. I hope you're looking forward to playing some games. Maybe you bought some of the new Nintendo stuff out there like Mario Tennis. Maybe I'll see you online in Mario Tennis because online's the best part about that game. Hopefully it works well enough for everybody. But yeah, hopefully you pick something up and you're having fun. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I will see you next week, hopefully with other people. Goodbye, everybody. And to my live stream viewers, thank you. And chat room people, extra thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your day in this moment. We're all sharing this moment together, and you decided to take your time and come in here and chat with me or watch the show live. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody's time is precious and important, and we get little free time to do what we want, and some of you chose to spend it with me, so thank you. Logan Troxel says, favorite My Parents Play video has been Octodad, and also your dad's view on the Piranha Plant. Yeah, that's a mind blower from one of the Super Mario Maker episodes. I don't remember which one it is, but if you want to see a piranha plant from Super Mario that in a way that you've never seen it before, go check out one of those videos. I'm not hyping it up. I mean it. Mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Or maybe more mind-boggling. All right. Well, it's a regular day for me, so that means I have to get back to the site and do some regular news. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.